Okay, everybody, a shout out to my favorite product ever. It's called Lucinergy from New BioAge. Why I like it is because it has resveratrol in it, B6, and something called leucine, a low enough dose to mimic exercise. I take 2 in the morning, I take 2 in the afternoon, and it hits all those longevity pathways. It helps push your natural NAD+. And I know you've all heard about this, so stop taking NAD directly. You want to incentivize your NAD so it goes down the right pathway so you can live long, healthy, and strong. Thanks, New BioAge. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Beauty Outlaw. Today, I have some game changer hairdressers in the industry of extensions, everything hair. And today, we're going to talk to them about what makes them tick, why they decided to get into this line of work in hairdressing, and what's making them so successful right here in San Clemente, California. People fly from all over, I bet, to see you guys, right? Yeah, pretty much. They have a big group that comes to see them, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm excited to have them today, and I'm going to ask them a lot of questions, so we're going to spill the tea. So welcome, girls.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
So I want to start with the story. I don't know the whole story. I know a little bit of the story.
No, where do you want to start?
I want to start with where it all began. Who started first? Who's the first one that started in extensions? Okay.
Yeah, then me probably.
Then you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with you, Jacqui. And
Okay.
tell us the story.
All right. Okay. Went to cosmetology school in high school. My first job assisting was at Salon Gregory's in Newport. And, you know, if you're from SoCal, you know.
Yeah.
And the stylist I was working for, he did extensions. Individuals, we'll call them bonded individuals because they're not actually made with keratin, FYI. He was doing bonded individuals, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, this is so cool. Like, I definitely want to do this. Like, that was my first experience seeing that transformation. And even though he wasn't great at it, he made it look really easy, and it was like his clients loved it. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And there were other stylists there that did extensions, so it's like, okay, I definitely have to do this eventually. So from Gregory's, I actually went to work for Tony and Guy, and so then, you know, I guess extensions on the back burner because you have to departmentalize. They don't offer extensions, so really focused on color. That was my specialization. The Tony and Guy salon that I was working at, the California partners didn't want it anymore. So the individual owners took it over, made it their own salon, Daniel Michael Salon. And I was there for 16 and a half years with that team.
Wow.
But then once the Tony and Guy name was gone, there was a lot more freedom to kind of do whatever we wanted. So started cutting. I could finally do some extension education. I also started with bonded individuals because this was the early 2000s. That was it. That was all we had.
We're going to get into what bonded individuals are here.
We had no other options.
It's not relationship stuff.
Right. Yeah. We were not bonded. So I did those for many years. And then what did I do after that? I mean, I feel like I did those forever. Then there were some different weft styles that I got into. I learned tapes and then was like, these are trash. I'm never doing these. Then I focused on eye tips for a while, which is an individual extension, but with a bead. Also not great, but you know, sort of like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What's the best? And then along came NBR, which is natural beaded rose, which is one of the extension methods that we specialize in at the Temple. Utilize wefts, bead, string, creating this track, creating this really seamless end result. And not only was it the extension method itself, but the color sort of theory and application. And we were taught to color extensions in a way that we just weren't doing before.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was just, well, you just take it out of
You
the
buy
package
it, and
you
that's
put
what
it
it
in,
is,
and
right?
you put it in someone's head, and you just get as close as you can. And I guess, you know, you try to
You
color.
process the hair around it to make it match, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was it. That was all you could do. So this idea that no, you can actually color the hair extensions was like mind blowing, like a total game changer. So focused in on that method. Went to work at the flagship salon in Laguna Beach for 5 years, and then. Timing and the universe just kind of always works out, and I had been planning on opening up my own salon. I'd been working on it for over a year, and then we were delivered the news that the flagship salon was going to be closing in a couple months. I was weeks away from opening at this point, but I had aside from Dana,
kind of?
it was completely under wraps.
I was going to say in our industry, it has to be under wraps.
Yeah, you can't.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Except for Dana. I had nobody except for Dana. And I mean, Dana's a big person to have on your team, so I was not like I was like,
oh, thanks,
like swimming alone, like stranded. But
Right.
I didn't have a team. I wasn't collecting client information. I was literally like, I need to do this with the utmost integrity, even if it means I'm starting off on a harder foot for myself, because I really, really believed that anyone that was meant to come with me would find me. I mean, the ins and outs. It's like the salon was going to have to call everybody anyways,
Right.
and let them know I was gone.
Yep.
So they would figure out one way or another where I was. Anyways, so the temple was born. A space where I really wanted to get back to some of the individuality and creativity that I got to experience in my time between Tony and Guy and the NBR flagship salon. I had a lot of freedom. I could do whatever I wanted. I could learn whatever extension method I wanted. Nobody else did extensions at that salon, but they were kind of like, all right, well, this is your thing, so you can kind of just run with it. And being at DKW, again, being pigeonholed again.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tony and Guy.
A system, you're in it, and you have to be a part of it.
And there's a lot of positives to really, really like getting like a micro view on something and like really mastering it. There's
honing your craft,
there's
kind of.
absolutely value in that.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's kind of like once you do that, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to like shake it up again. That's just my personality. So anyways, we've expanded our extension offerings. Of course, we specialize in color too. And yeah, I mean, the whole team is
That's the
on
beauty
board
of
and
it.
amazing.
And you launched about just this past October.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
several months earlier than she expected.
Well, actually, a few months later.
Okay. Later. Okay.
So I was hoping to be ready to open by May of last year. And
Okay.
then it was like there's hang-ups, hold-ups, like what's going on, why are things taking longer? And then I had to just surrender and be like, this is just the way the timing's supposed to be. Even if I never like find out why, I just have to surrender, trust,
and see.
release, let it go. And then back to the meeting where we found out that they were closing. I was weeks away from opening. It was like, oh, this is why this was the timing. I didn't have to have an awkward conversation with anybody.
No conflict.
It was just like, okay, great. See you later.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
So I was like, oh.
So the delay
The delay was
a
actually a
gift.
blessing in size. Always. Yeah.
was a huge gift.
Huge gift.
Because then
Yeah.
you could market and do all those things to bring your
I could let
clients.
I could
They
let my
would've found
clients
you
know.
anyways.
Right. But it was nice. Like I didn't realize how heavy that secret was that I had been holding until I got to release it. I felt as like light as air. Like I could just like fly. I was like, oh,
Wow.
that was really dragging me
And
down.
were you shocked about that flagship closing?
Yeah,
Were you
yeah.
guys floored a bit or saw it
Totally.
coming?
No.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally floored. Yeah. Totally out of left field.
Wow.
But everything works out for a
Everything
reason.
works out. Dana, so you're the confidant of
Yes.
Jacqui. And so how long have you been working with Jacqui? Did you guys meet at the flagship location? Or?
So kind of technically. So yeah, so I've been doing hair for probably 2 years less than Jacqui, I would say. And I, saw the MBR, the whole spiel, and I was like, okay, this this hair is amazing. I've been doing hair forever, all kinds of different extension methods, so on and so forth, always looking for the right one. And then I was like, okay, this is seamless. There's education behind it. Like, I'd been in the industry for so long and hit burnout so many times of being like, okay, like, I'm over this. Am I going to still do hair? Am I going to go do something else? Like, I went back to, like, college and started taking classes for a while before I, did the whole MBR thing. And I was like, okay, like, I do enjoy doing hair, so, like, I'm going to go back to it. Then I found the MBR thing, and I've always been somebody that, like, I can still snow to a snowman, but, like, I have to believe in it. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, I'm never going to have my guests do something on their hair that I haven't done on myself. So I went, I spent the money, and I got my hair done at the flagship salon, and I was like, okay, like, this is great. And that's how her and I met, because she was in her, like, beginning of being in there.
Okay.
And so she was co-styling and doing my hair, so that's how her and I met. And then I went through the program, did all that stuff, and then she was my pod leader, and like we were vibing. And then I eventually went to work at that salon as well. And
were you doing hair somewhere else?
Yeah.
Like on your own?
Oh yeah,
booth rental.
Yeah. So I've been in Redondo Beach. I've been in Lomita, which is like South Bay, and I've had my own salon suite space. I've done booth rental. I've done commission. Like, I've done it all. Like, I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had a similar upbringing in hair as her as well, with like a very, male dominant, like what would you say? You're like mentor stylist. And it was a hard industry that we came up in. Like, her and I talk about it all the time, how like crazy it is that we have created such a space for Kenzie and Mary to come up in, because like I was telling Mary, like, when I first started doing hair, like my mentor trainer would like scream at me while I'm learning my haircuts, and I'm crying trying to learn how to cut hair every Wednesday. It was horrible. So anyways, like, yeah, that's how Jacqui and I met.
You guys don't know how good you have it.
Yeah, like, really, this is awful. I don't know if I want to do hair anymore. But yeah, so that's how Jacqui and I met. And then I was working at DKW for a while, left, went back, and then was like, had a hard point in my life. And I was like, you know what? Like, this isn't serving me anymore. Like, I don't feel here the way I used to. So I left, and I was like, okay, I'm like early retirement. I'm going to go homestead and this and that. And Jacqui and I kept like having breakfasts together. And I was like, so what have you been up to? And she's like, oh, I was like, where are you traveling? Because she's obviously a big traveler. And she's like, oh, we're not traveling. I was like, why? And she's like, just been busy. And I was like, doing what? And she's like, oh my God, I was going to tell you. And then the temple came out, and I was like, yes. And I was like, you need help. Like, this is like not a one person show. I was like, I'll come out of retirement. She's like, thank God. I was hoping you were going to say that. And I was like, perfect. I was like, I'm here.
I know Dana well enough to know that she couldn't resist.
No,
absolutely.
She couldn't resist a damsel in distress.
No. I'm an acts of service person. I like to give acts of service as like my love language, and like I was there. I was freaking there. And then we started, like, once we kind of got the news of like that whole show, we were like, Mary, Kenzie, anybody want to come hang out and like get good vibes? And then you got the girls.
And you got the girls.
Yeah.
You got the girls.
Yeah.
McKenzie. So McKenzie's the youngest of the bunch, even though they're all young.
Yes.
To me, they're all young, beautiful. Look at all the hair in this place too. This is quite the episode.
So I know. Is there room in the frame for all of our hair?
We'll see. McKenzie, you are the youngest.
I am.
And tell us a little bit about, you're probably a COVID baby. So you started hair around COVID time.
Actually, I did not.
Okay.
So
That was me.
I graduated high school in 23.
Okay.
So I started cosmetology school as soon as I went out of high school.
Okay.
I just graduated last year around May. And then I started working at DKW, which is where I met the girls. As soon as they shut down, I followed Jacqui. And then I did leave for a little bit, but that was a bad decision.
She had to know what it was like out there.
It's okay. Everybody has to learn.
Oh my god.
They do fly.
Yeah.
And then they fly back.
Yeah.
Because they got to be
Yes.
fed. And
Yeah.
they get the love and
Yes.
attention from their family.
Yeah.
So you super baby here because it's only a couple years since you graduated from high school.
Yeah.
And then you got this opportunity to work in this flagship salon. That's a
Yeah.
pretty big opportunity,
So-
actually.
Had no idea. When I applied to it, I had no idea. Like, what I was
Which
getting
I
myself
love
into.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once I got into it, obviously, I was like,
Yeah.
wait, this is kind of like a big deal. And I didn't like realize.
Just
I
a
was
little.
like- so, I mean, that was kind of cool. That was great.
It
And I felt
landed.
like-
It landed in your lap in a way.
Yeah.
And you found that you kind of loved it.
Yeah. And it taught me a lot.
Oh,
it really
I bet.
did.
It's still
Yeah.
teaching you, right?
Yes, of course.
I mean, you are in the right place.
I am.
I identified that right away when I met you guys, that you're a lucky little bird.
Yes.
getting
I
to
love
fly
it
home.
there. Yes.
And learning all the skills and being critiqued in the right, sweet, kind,
Yeah.
most loving way.
Yeah. I get to learn by the best, so it's great.
Now,
Yeah.
you assist, but you also are building your own, have the opportunity to try to build your own business
Yeah.
within this, right?
Yeah, so I assist Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, and then I have the chair on Wednesdays, so I take my own clients on that day.
And how important is it to pay your dues in
What do
this
you mean by
industry?
that? Oh,
You
very
know,
important.
assist.
Yeah,
Take
It
the
is
time
very
to
important.
assist and be humble and
for sure.
don't think you know everything. And
Yeah,
I feel like that's what's happening a lot in this industry, particularly estheticians as well, even nurses and aesthetics. The minute you're into it, you're the expert, and you can make yourself look like you're the expert on any website, anywhere, and any page, anywhere. And with that, I feel like everyone needs pay a little bit of dues, and never stop learning.
yeah, you always have to be open
Absolutely.
to learning. for
Always
sure.
learn. I learn something new every day.
Oh yeah.
And it blows me away, especially when I learn from my young ones that come in. Hey, did you know this? Da-da-da. I did not know that. Or I'm not sure if that's true. And I try to figure it out. But I love that you're in a place. You're a local girl too here
Yes.
from Orange County. So
Yes.
we're all from Orange County. As you know, most people that come on the show, because I like it live, are all from Orange County. And I think we're pretty fabulous anyways. So McKenzie, is your goal then to continue this as possibly your future career?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure. I'm in this forever.
You're in
hopefully.
this forever. This
Yes.
is it.
I love it.
This
I
is it.
absolutely love it. So
This is it.
yeah.
And do you have your well, I forgot what I was going to ask you. It was just in my head. See, that's
Okay.
that's 56 years old. It comes and it goes. But how does it work if I can be bold? Does it work where they pay booth rental in your facility? Or is this a little bit different? Like you pay assisting and then they pay commission? How do you do it? Or is it just whatever works
So
with the people?
we do commission.
Okay.
And the main reason is because of the size of our space.
Yeah.
And we don't have the storage for a booth renter to keep all of their
Totally makes
necessary
sense.
supplies. I would have loved to have a mix.
Yeah.
But
It
once
just
we
didn't
built it
work.
out, the space just wasn't big enough for that. But I think that, there's a lot of value in commission
Mhm. I agree.
where it's kind of gotten a bad rap over the years, but I don't think it has to be that way.
Mm-mm.
I know that the girls get a very generous commission for the
Mhm.
industry, and even the hourly rate is on the more generous side. So
You don't have the overhead.
but that's really
is nice.
and it was really important to me to be able to offer that,
Yeah.
because I didn't have to.
Right.
I could have stuck with an industry standard, but I didn't want to do that.
No.
So.
I think it's a buy-in mindset too. Like
Mhm.
their belief by taking on commission, you partner
Mm-hmm.
and in your foundation, your belief system,
Yeah.
how you see the vision and the dream going.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you get that independent kind of, it's my space. If I want to leave it dirty, I leave it dirty.
Yeah.
If I want to leave this over here, if I don't want to wash the sink, I won't. And you don't have to deal with that. You can either have team players or you don't. So I really like that you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
Well, and I will say too, like from what Jacqui and I came from, like the industry, like assisting, like I probably got like $8 an hour when I started.
Minimum wage.
Oh, they're
Minimum
making a
wage,
ton of money
yeah.
now, aren't they,
Yeah.
assisting?
And like we were lucky if we got tipped out and so on and so forth.
Right.
So like I think that's one of the big parts too of like why Jacqui has structured our environment the way that she has, because we went through such hell. I don't know if I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
but
no,
we
hell.
went through such hell in our industry, growing up in this industry, that like I think I can speak for Jacqui. Like she didn't want these girls to go through what we went through.
No.
Like it was gnarly.
Yeah.
Like
Very male dominant. It started in the 70s or
Yeah.
earlier than the 70s.
yeah.
All the way up to Paul Mitchell
Yep.
and beyond. It was very male driven,
Yeah.
very male dominated.
And everybody was a shampoo slave.
Uh-huh.
Like that's how it was. Like and like for us, like as the artists, like we shampoo our own clients because like we want to give them the massage and we want to give them that extra
Intimate time.
treatment. Exactly. So it's like I feel like it's like we're giving the clients or the guests like what they essentially think that they're paying for, which what they're paying for is your time, but they're also getting a good experience all around while the team is also getting a great experience.
I love that. You said something that resonated with me, and that was that you like to wash your own client's hair. And I feel the same way in my industry. I like to wash my patient's face. It's the time where it's the most intimate, and it's the time where the signals begin and the energy is connected. And you do feel a sense of being, I don't know, like passed on when the assistant comes up. Because that you really look forward. If you have a great assistant that washes hair, you want that assistant to wash your hair. So there's this whole relationship now you have with the assistant who you want to wash your hair. And I wouldn't be surprised if some stylists have lost hairdressers to their assistants who they connected with better in the industry.
For
you know?
sure.
So I
I've
love
seen
that
that,
you
yeah.
said that, and I think that is I think if you're a hairdresser and you're listening to this, I think it's something you should look at, give yourself some insight and look at that, because it's a very competitive field, and that's a place where you could have a big edge. So I want to say that before we move on to this little one over here, Mary. How you doing, Mary?
I'm
Now
doing
she
great.
is the COVID hairdresser.
I am.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. It is
Please
me.
share it with us, your story.
Okay, so originally I'm from Vegas. So I wasn't doing hair in Vegas. I completely changed my career when I moved here I don't even remember when I moved here. It was like when COVID started. So was that 2019? Okay, yeah. And then I went to school during like COVID was still kind of like a thing where it was like coming out of. So I started at Paul Mitchell in 2020, like October. And then I was online for like a few months. And then we were in school for like the whole time. So fast forward, I'm like, I don't remember how far into school I was, but like I was following Jacqui on Instagram. I don't even know how, but I loved her. I loved everything that she was doing and like her hair and stuff. So that's probably why. And I was like, I want her to do my hair. Yeah, and then it's such a weird story, but like anyways, there was a girl named Jacqui at my school, and I was meaning to send her an Instagram, but I accidentally sent it to this Jacqui. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. But then I was like, at the same time, I'm like, also, if you guys are ever hiring, let me know. Like, I'm in school right now, and I would love to like work with you guys. And she was like, yeah, I'll let you know if we're ever hiring. And then literally she like remembered me a month later. She's like, hey, we're actually hiring if you wanna, this is at DKW.
Yeah.
If you wanna like send in your resume. And I was like, perfect. And I did. I obviously got the job, but for me, I started from like the ground up, which I know how that is. I'm in like the hospitality. I graduated in hospitality, so I know how it is to work from the bottom up. And I was like, that's like my mentality anyways. So I literally worked front desk at DKW. And
we're hiring. Needless to say,
I was
yeah,
like, I
front
just
desk.
want to get in.
Yeah,
Like, get me in
let's
there
do it.
and I'll prove myself real quick.
And so she did.
And I did. No, but it was humbling for sure. I mean, I was going to school during the day, or I was working at DKW during the day and then going to school at night for like a year and a half.
Okay, so you were in hairdressing school at the
Yes.
time. Oh, okay.
But I was working front desk, so I didn't get to start assisting until I graduated.
Oh, you were.
But
you
I
were
got like a shoe in
That was
because
a
I
great
was.
placement, right?
Oh yeah, I was watching the girl. I guess I watch everything every day, and I was learning faster than anybody else in my school. So I was like, "This is great." I knew what I was doing. But yeah, fast forward, I graduated, and I was assisting. I was in the assistant program. I'm still assisting. I freaking love assisting. I was
You never
assisting for
stop.
like no, you never stop. I was assisting for like 2 years. I was at DKW fully for 3 years total. And then I was eventually a stylist towards like the end of the demise of
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Demise.
Yeah.
Which is a great story. You know.
You
if-
know.
yeah.
If you know, you know. And if you don't,
If you know the story, you know the story.
Yeah.
It's dark and dirty.
yeah. It's very mysterious. But yeah, I definitely learned so much being at that salon and just like being able to just like immediately be in extensions and like not have to deal with kind of like learning or being in a toxic environment, because I've heard so many stories of like, and I've seen it. Like we've all
Yeah.
been to a salon. We can see some girls are catty and like scary. And I'm like, I don't want to work in that kind of salon. And thankfully, I mean, give or take one person that I did work with, like DKW, everyone that I worked with was so amazing and like wanted to watch me grow. And I feel like being able to like start at a place like that, like really just kind of like molded me into like the stylist that I am today. And like being able to be with the girls that did quite literally mold me into like the stylist that I am today is like such a blessing. So
It is.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's awesome.
I did also not immediately start at the temple, but it's okay. I eventually
fine. You
came
found
to
your
it.
way. Yeah, you found your
It was- yeah, I just,
That's okay.
had to learn the hard way. It's fine.
We all do.
Yeah.
In one way or another.
That's this group.
Yes.
I knew where I
Yes.
belonged ultimately, though, so it was okay.
It's an industry thing.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's okay, especially when you feel like you land now in the right spot. You
Yes.
don't know until sometimes you go. And
Exactly.
It's so true. It's like
Yeah.
the grass is always greener until you get over there and you realize
Always.
it was artificial.
Yeah,
turf.
I'm like, it's
Yeah.
fake. What the heck?
Yes.
Boom. Mic drop.
Yep. So let's explain to people the process that you guys do that makes it so different. Now, hair extension's been around forever, but there's different ways to do things. And you mentioned it's not the keratin tip bond.
Yeah.
It's not really keratin,
Right.
but that's a marketing thing. What is it that you guys do more of a, is it considered a weft?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This episode is sponsored by Pretty Girl Cosmeceuticals. These products are the best. If you're not using them, you need to use them. You can contact JKH Aesthetics anytime, and we will give you a consultation about how to use these amazing products. We have Glow Girl and Ice Drops. These will keep you young, healthy, and glowing every day of the week. And now, back to the episode.
We use both hand-tied or genius wefts. And that's just the way that the weft is finished at the
Okay.
top of it.
Okay.
Hand-tied wefts are literally tied by hand. They're very delicate, but they're very very thin
Okay.
and fine at the top. A genius weft has a bit more bulk at the top to it, but
Okay.
it's still pretty thin. Lays really flat compared to like a machine-tied weft, which is thick and bulky at the top.
Okay, so these are literally the hairs
Mm-hmm.
are tied onto a piece of silk. Kind
Yeah,
of
it's like
thing?
a seam essentially.
Yeah.
A seam, like
Yeah.
a zipper seam. Almost.
More of like the seam on your clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sewing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's how they come
Yes.
because I've seen them.
Yes.
My hair.
Because she's wearing some.
I've got some. And boy, it's a learning curve, and we're going to talk about that. I was a difficult client.
No
But
way.
I'm settling. I'm settling.
Looks
So
great.
that's why I think this information is going to be so good, because people will be in it a little bit before they step into it, and they won't be as, is this normal?
Right.
So these are, this is real hair.
Yes.
Yes.
So how do they procure this hair? Do they pay people for it? How does this work?
Some of it,
Or
yes.
do they shave it off dead people?
Right.
I don't know. pretty bad, right?
If they're doing that, they don't say. Look, I'm gonna say there's a lot of lot of mystery surrounding the manufacture of hair extensions.
Oh, she did spill the tea.
Yeah, there's a lot. And for as long as I've been doing hair extensions, I know I don't know everything. I know there's a lot that I don't know. But I do know that there are sourcers, like hair sourcers that will go to villages around Asia, India, and they will purchase hair from the women.
Okay.
Also, if you're getting into like Russian hair, that's a whole other beast. But yeah, like literally, women will grow their hair to sell it.
It's almost like kidneys, you know.
Yeah.
You're like organ donor, hair donor.
I'm starting to feel a little funny right
now. So the hair is sourced by someone.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Some man somewhere.
Some man somewhere in some country is driving around in the back of a truck with ponytails. And then, they source for various factories. The hair goes to those factories, and then it is colored.
Okay.
It is treated.
Cleaned,
of course, yes.
Treated.
And they use textile dyes.
Okay.
To achieve the hair extension colors. So it's a bit more durable. And I mean, they do all kinds of things. I mean, I've seen videos. It's like they get the root on them now by like soaking them, in this vat of color, and it kind of like creeps up, as if you were like dip dyeing something. Mm-hmm. That's how they do like a darker root on an extension. Obviously, to get blonde extensions from Asian hair.
I was just going to go there.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what they use, but they use some type of lightening product to lighten the hair. Yeah. So they take, dark brown to black hair and create a whole range of shades.
Can that bring a problem when you get the hair? Mm-hmm. And you dye it. Mm-hmm. What if can it cause a problem if its base was originally dark hair and they made it blonde and now you're trying to put another color on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had that happen? Close?
Yes. And, I wouldn't say it's so much due to the lightening process. Maybe I would blame it more on whatever sort of like tone or color they put on after the lightening process, to make it a medium brown or a red or dark blonde or whatever. And that may not react well with our professional dyes. But what I think we found is that when you have hairlines that are more reputable and are kind of doing more their due diligence with the textile dyes that they're using, that they interact without issue with our professional dyes. Mm-hmm. And there's certain things you have to take into consideration with formulating, and that even varies from hair color line to hair color line. Mm-hmm. So there is a learning curve for sure. I mean, we've all turned something pink or purple when we wanted it to just be neutral and
on a normal person's right hair. Yeah.
But yeah. It's easier when it's out of their head.
Yeah, it's not. Does it happen? Is do you know how to get yourself out of?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Right. Exactly.
That's where experience comes in, and working with a team of people that you can go, oh fuck, what did I just do?
Yeah,
what just happened?
So this is going on. Oh, okay. Well, that happened to me like 6 years ago.
We're gonna leave you under here for a little bit longer. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. What the helly, as Mary would say.
I would.
So this process, then the person comes in the first visit, and the first visit they buy the hair. Is that kind of like you need to purchase your hair?
Yes.
Or it's in the.
So it's built into our package price point. So it's not like you're coming in like in the olden days of
bringing in your own hair.
You're buying a pack of hair. And we're
that
putting
was so
that
stressful.
Pack of
hair
in
on your head.
Yeah, because
that was
you get
silly.
in
Don't
so
do that.
much trouble doing that because it's like
for so many reasons.
Yeah, it goes into price breakdowns. It goes into there's so much shenanigans that goes around between the client and the
so
stylist.
Much.
So everything's built in because it gives us the opportunity as artists to go in and do what's right for your hair. And it gives it a general price point. So it's like, okay, this is what your appointment's going to cost because this is the length of hair that you're going to go through and get. We're going to put the right amount of hair in your head for your existing hair. We're not going to overload it and freaking jack the price up doing that. We're like, okay, you have this length. We have this length to match that. We're going to color it all together and make everything seamless and beautiful. And that's how it goes.
It's a packaged price.
Yes.
There's no negotiating.
No.
Bringing your own hair, girls.
No, you cannot bring your own hair.
And that is that's unethical. In the
Oh.
aesthetics world, people try to
Yeah.
bring their own filler back to their
No.
appointment. If
Stop.
they want to buy a syringe, and there are places out there that do this. They'll let you bring it back,
Oh my god.
and then you can use the rest
the
of
hell?
it. So
No.
just leave it to the professionals. That's where
Yes.
coming into a place that you
That's
really
crazy.
trust,
Mm-hmm.
that's reputable, and you're referred by is important, and especially with hair. Women lose their mind over their hair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And hair is important.
I'm
Hair
not,
is
you have to bury
important.
me with my extensions.
It makes
Like, I
us
will not
very
even do that.
feminine in a world that's neutralizing that. And I think I love that we've got a little bit of that femininity coming back. I think it's really awesome. And as you can see from these beauties, look at all this hair. So I get in your chair first. They're at the temple. You must fill out like medical forms.
We need to know who you are and what you're coming in with.
Yeah.
We need to know what kind of canvas we're starting on.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you have to submit pictures, not 600, just a couple pictures so they can see your hair and they have an idea. It's kind of like you're getting your consult
Yeah.
before you're going in. And actually, you're getting a quote at that time. So you're
Yeah.
able to do this and not pay for a visit. This
Right.
is like a very great way to do a consultation because it's detailed and nobody's invested either way.
Yes.
They are, but they're not. And you can kind of know where you're going, or at least have an idea. So you fill out all your paperwork. You send them some pictures. You get a phone call from one of the girls,
Yes.
and they kind of talk to you a little bit about what you really want, if you've ever had this before, this whole thing. And so these are really important questions. You don't need to make an appointment somewhere and say, I'm getting hair extensions today, and you go in. That's a lot of misinformation. And they may not have the product, and they might decide to put something on because they don't have something. So I learned that from this experience. So you go in. Now, if you have already something in, they'll remove it.
Yes.
And then they'll begin the process of talking to you about your hair. And they'll take your hair, your new hair that got picked up some country somewhere, and they'll hang it. And it's long on this little strip. And they'll begin treating it. They color it. The magic happens.
Yes.
And that's going on over there while they're working on you. And so they're doing your hair, putting color with your friend, your fur friend over there, and everything's happening, and it's fantastic. And as you're sitting there, then all of a sudden it's done.
I love that. All of a sudden it's done.
It's just like
All of
really
a sudden
fast.
it's done. And after 3 hours, it's done. And then your hairdresser, your lovely hairdresser, washes your hair.
Yes.
It gives you a scalp massage because you're going to want it, because before you get that weft on, that sewn in extension, it'll be the last time in a while you get that nice deep massage in your scalp. But that's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay
Yes.
because it's worth it.
It's worth it.
I promise. This is an infomercial for the
Yeah,
temple.
I always say it's the best shampoo you get every other month.
Yes, so fantastic. I cannot wait.
Right.
Let's just say that. But so then they literally, I think everybody's got their own method. It kind of reminds me of threading. You know, some people use their teeth. You guys have this stitching thing, you know, and there's stitching taking place, and they're stitching it in, and you really can't see. I wished I could see what you guys were doing. It would be very interesting. But you feel this happening, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's done. And your hair is down to here, and you're 56 years old, and you can't live like that. So I made him keep cutting. I thought Mary was going to lose her mind. She's like,
Mary's like, oh my
you keep
God.
cutting, you keep
I was getting
cut,
sweaty.
cut. So
It's fine.
it's okay, right?
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, it's totally okay. You know, I think I'm gonna speak from her, assuming where she's coming from, because we all come from that. It's just like once we cut it, that's it. So
Yeah.
we would
You
we
can't
would
have
rather.
I go slow. I
You go
don't want you to get
slow.
upset. And then it's like, well, now you got to get on with
For
it.
some reason,
Yeah.
now I get it.
Yeah, we'd rather
Yeah.
cut
Taking
it
me a month.
5 times and have you be totally happy rather than like, oh, okay, we just like went for it, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit longer. Because once you get used to it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
once you get used to it, then you're like, well, maybe I could have a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely
It's addicting.
it's definitely great. Let's just say that.
Well, it's a learning curve, right? Because it's like for us, we're like, we've been doing this for so long that it's like we're putting this in your head. You're paying a premium price for this because the hair is expensive. The experience it's an upscale experience.
Yes, it's a
for-
luxury experience.
Exactly. So for us, we're like, we don't want to put all this like hair in your head for length and volume and all this stuff and then just cut it all off. Especially because it's like as somebody who's wearing extensions for the first time, or like, you know, a method that gives you this much hair and this much impact. When you see that against your body, you're like, oh my God, what have I done? Like there's so much hair here.
Yeah.
I'm lost in the sauce. And then like you wear it for like 1 or 2 move ups and you're like, oh, I could go like
And
a
then
couple
a
inches
little-
longer.
little bit
Like,
longer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go in for your move up and you have like your hair's grown out, you get your hair moved up and you're like, oh, where's those extra like 3 inches that I've had from my last appointment? Because your hair grows. And then you move it up and then it's shorter again.
The hair keeps going away.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Mm.
bring your length up essentially when you get your move up because it grows out and you put it back up where it was.
Okay, so explain what you do now. So Mary, you want to explain? So you take some beads
Mhm.
and you
So-
put them through the hair like a stitch,
Yeah.
right?
So for MBR,
Like a needle.
it's a bead and a string is how the track is created.
Okay.
So we tie like a string around a piece of hair.
Okay.
We wiggle on a bead, and then the string is still attached to that bead, and then you create your next bead essential anchor,
Okay.
and that's how we do it around the entire head. And so it creates a track,
okay.
and then that's how we then place the wefts on the track
Okay.
and sew into the string that we just created.
when you go back for your move up, is that what we call it? We
Mhm.
call it a move up. You redo the beads too? Is that what
So
happens?
we take the whole thing out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everything's gone.
We cut off your hair, not like
Oh.
your own hair. the hair that we sewed
Yes,
in,
yeah.
and then we take out the beads and we refresh your hair, refresh the extensions if needed, and redo the whole thing all over again.
So what if I want to go back to my hot pink hair?
It's
Can,
doable.
can I do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then is it possible? Does it wear off like I would in my normal hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We just kind of let it wash off.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
totally.
Would
Do
that
it.
upset you guys?
No.
Oh, oh my gosh, I was actually just thinking like
Do it.
because I used to do so many fashion colors and I
same.
haven't done them in what feels like forever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love a little hot pink and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
or just different colors to spice things up.
Yeah. Jacqui
So-
was green recently, well, a few years ago, and then I was purple for like 8 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mary had
Yeah.
bright orange
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, she had like
yeah.
a flaming orange hair.
That was like a
Fun.
hot Cheeto.
Fun. Now, okay. So I'm going to explain it because
Yes.
everybody's going to be interested. Okay. So I had one weft put in.
One row.
One
You
row.
have one row.
Rows. These are called rows.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
So
wefts attached to the rows.
Okay, weft. That's right. The weft is what you sew in. See,
The
I'm
wefts are
learning.
what we sew in to create the row.
multiple wefts
Yeah.
on each row.
Multiple wefts on each row.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's what holds in your hair, your
Yes.
extension.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. So the multiple wefts make your row essentially.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that makes your row.
Yes.
And so you can have multiple rows.
Yes.
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 And that affects the price as well, right? Because
Yes.
it's taking more time and it's also
Absolutely.
more hair.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It's heavier. Would you say, like for new people?
I mean, it's heavier than one row for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
But-
I wouldn't even say it's heavier so much
It's
as like
distributed.
it's
about
it's the
the
weight
same.
distribution is good because we have like a certain amount of wefts per row that we allow.
Okay.
Like a
Okay.
maximum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's more work essentially if you have more than one row because
Okay.
you're shampooing a little differently. You have to you section out your rows to shampoo if you want to get like the most deep cleanse
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, you're drying more
Yeah.
hair, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
takes more time.
It does.
Yeah.
Drying.
Mm-hmm.
That hair dry.
But it's not necessarily heavier because actually, for example, so I experimented on my most recent install, and I'm wearing one heavy row of main concept, which is the other extension method that we offer, and I'm not a fan. I would rather.
Okay.
Now I've realized I'm like, oh, I need to go to 2 normal rows instead of one
interesting.
fat row.
Yeah. Yeah.
One chunk
fat
row.
row.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you know, always experiment on yourself first. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah.
This actually isn't it.
And the artist that we learned like the main concept from, like she loads her row up. She wears one row, but she stacks it to the moon. And we're like, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I love it because
Yeah.
I can have one row. Like washing's easier, but she has a lot more bulk on it. And we're so used to like thinner, flatter rows that's our general preference. I feel like across the board for us.
So starting this with someone new and their hairdresser, it's like a new relationship.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're kind of learning what works for you, the person, what you're going to like best, what you're willing to try, if you can live with it or not. It's hard not to live with it. I
Yeah.
think that's what gets you is once they're out at that move up appointment,
Yes.
you don't
You're like, put it back in.
right away.
Immediately.
right away. But they give you champagne so
Yes.
you can relax and you're not
champagne.
crying when you see the hair go
You can have
bye-bye.
an Aperol spritz.
Yes.
Well,
Anything you want.
Anything
Yeah.
you
So
want.
many things.
Yeah, we
So
have a
many
beautiful
things.
We like
menu
to wine
that we
and
have
dine
for
you.
our guests. Yeah.
Yes, they treat you like the superstar that you are when you're there.
We actually have some
And-
vodka now, thanks to Jerry.
Yes.
I brought a little Kettle One shout out to my friends at Kettle One, the Nolettes. Thanks for our Kettle One. They supply me with here in the office all the time. I shared with you guys.
Yes.
So I'm going to get my hair done about 6 weeks in. Some people do 8 weeks. And you guys did a lovely job on my color. You did a lovely job, Mary, on my color.
Thank you.
Because that's a lot to live up to because Sharon, who's been my hairdresser forever, shout out to Sharon, also Tony and Guy trained,
Okay.
specialized in color. She's a tough one to compare with. So you did a really good
Wow,
job.
thank you.
I have to say. I have
job,
to
Mary.
say. Good job.
Oh, hey.
I was very happy with that. Are there any tips you can give anyone looking at extensions, especially with what the way you guys do this? What's different about like the taping? Can taping destroy your hair?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's for me when I explain tapes because like I've also worn every type of method too. Like I'm very athletic and like I'm sweating a lot in the gym, right? So
Yeah.
tapes never worked for me because they just fell right out. And they say like every extension can. They're like, oh, every extension method can cause some damage or whatever, but I don't like. I feel like something that's taped and glued to your actual hair is like, in my opinion, not great.
Like the
Yeah.
worst.
No.
It's like
hard-
the
hard pass.
worst. So
And can you see sometimes the tape?
yeah,
too?
it'll like poke
Oh my
out, and
God,
it's just
yeah.
like, why
Yeah.
are you doing that?
The wind blows and you're like, oh, she has like 17 rows of tapes in her hair.
Yeah.
Is there a type of extension that you guys would recommend for somebody that maybe doesn't want to do them all the time, but has an event or something they're going to over the weekend? Is there something that they can do? Is that a halo or something? Or
I mean, MBR or main concept, because the great part about main concept, MBR, the methods that we do, if you're like, oh, I'm getting married, you can get your hair put in for your wedding, for your bachelorette party, for the whole thing. Take it out after, put it in a bag, put it in your closet, and you're like, okay, I have another event coming up. Come back in,
Yep.
get your hair put in. You can get it put in and take it out as often or as
okay,
as often
so
as
you
want.
can leave. So once you have it's your
your
hair,
hair.
It's yours.
you
Yeah.
can you can say, I'm going to pause for a while,
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
I'm going to come back and
Yeah.
oh, See?
You just
Yeah.
put her in a bag and let her.
And
let
then
her
you got a
hang
big
out.
event,
Yeah.
like you just said, a wedding. So you
Yeah.
have all these events.
Yeah.
But maybe also some people, especially newly married people, may not have the expense
Yep.
all year long
Yeah.
to do this type of procedure. So maybe they can do it a couple times a year.
Yeah.
And it fits
absolutely.
their budget.
Yeah.
So it is for everyone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know it's the sticker shock is gets people.
Absolutely.
But once you've done the process, I think you have a more understanding of where the price comes from.
Yeah,
At least
it's good
that's in
value.
my
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
in my. So I've been a very difficult client because I got home. And I thought, first of all, my brain hurt a little bit because it was, it's snug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's snug. But I powered through. I took my CBD and I went to sleep. I didn't move. I looked like a person in a coffin. I didn't move all night. And then, everybody loved my hair. I got everybody just wanted. So that
Riding
made
that
me
high.
really, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, CBD
You're like,
every
okay.
night in the back position. I'm okay. And then I felt about a weekend, I felt like it was loose. So I felt like it was loose, like it was hanging. And I wasn't sure if that was normal. So I texted, I think somebody needs to put some more something in because I am loose. So I think these are normal things that happen to you guys.
Yeah.
Right? With some people, they're just
Yeah.
not sure.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, if you've never worn a wefted row kind of method, it's completely unlike anything else. Because if you've worn a halo, or if you've worn individuals, or if you've worn tape, like it's just a different beast. And it's
Yeah.
because
Agree.
there's the positive of it is like you have less points of contact, but it's all in one space, so you feel it. You feel
Yeah.
it when it moves, you feel it when it swings, you feel it like, and if you're not used to it, it's a very different feeling.
Yeah.
You get used to it and then you're like, "Oh my god, I don't have anything in my hair," and you're fine. But the initial it takes a minute to get used to.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, you also can you don't want to do this, but you could stick your fingers a little bit underneath
Mhm.
them,
Yeah.
and that's where, and your hair grows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that part gets a little, not looser, because still
Yeah.
connected,
Yeah.
like you said, but you feel like
it's relaxed.
you feel like, okay, am I going to
Is it gonna come
brush
out?
and
Yeah.
it's going to
Yeah.
go flying out? It makes you
Yeah.
really nervous.
Yeah.
So don't be nervous and don't be afraid to call them because they'll
Oh,
see
yeah.
you
Always
and
here.
they'll pat you on the back and tell you it's
You're doing great,
I
sweetie."
promise it's not going to fly off when you blow dry your hair.
I actually have.
I felt like I had a toupee on that was blowing in the wind.
Oh my
but
gosh.
it wasn't. No, I'm used to it now, though. Is what I'm saying is
Yeah.
you do adjust
Mhm.
to things, and I've adjusted. I don't even notice it's there.
That's
See?
amazing.
I told you it was great.
Okay, everybody, you know I love sauna, and one of my favorite at-home saunas is Sauna Space. Check it out. It's in my bio. You've got to get one of these, even if it's just a little tiny red light you can set by your computer. This is amazing. You will regenerate. It helps with mitochondria health. When you type in Beauty Outlaw in the coupon code, you get 10% off as well. I want you to have vitality and longevity, so check out Sauna Space. It's my favorite red light ever.
I have a funny story. So there was a guest that I had for years, wore MBR for years, but there was one moment where she's like, I think it's like falling, it's falling out. And I'm like, all right, like what's happening? And she was a very low density guest. I'm like, oh no, like maybe it's just finally like not holding in, whatever. No, she comes in and I look at it and everything was perfectly in place. Just for whatever reason, after years of wearing them, she became cognizant of that space in between the
Oh.
beads. She's like, I thought that something was missing. I'm like, no, this is how it always is. So
Oh my
for
God.
some, even after
Yeah.
years of wear,
Yeah.
they may just notice something
Well,
for
we're
the first
sensory
time.
people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And age and hormones and heat and things
Yeah.
change in our life and hence sensations and feeling. This sensation on the one side in particular bothered me more than the other side. And for some reason, it just made me feel like this wasn't gonna work for me, but it is. So I've adjusted and I understand the process because the lovely ladies have helped me understand the process. And I get to go back next week. They work as a team. So I saw Mary first. Now I'm going to go see Jacqui. And so they can they can work together
Yes.
to fit your schedule, make
Mhm.
whatever work the way it works, which I love.
Yeah.
So-
That's one of the most, I think, unifying part of our space at the temple is like, you could come and see Mary, you could come and see Jacqui, you can come and see Kenzie, and like, it's not like nobody in our space is like, oh, well, that's my client. We don't do that. We don't do that shit here.
Yeah.
There's none of the catty crap. Like, we're very open communication. Like, we don't do that like that. And that was so important for Jacqui and I, because what we've come from
It's the industry.
and like where
too.
we just came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it happens, but not here. And like that's the environment that
Yeah.
we've created
Yeah.
for our guests at the temple.
That's wonderful. And you can feel it when you're in there. I feel like here at the Beauty Outlaw, at my business, I have been fortunate to be blessed with making the right choices with the people that have come to me and and saying, yes, let's do this. And it's the same environment. It's fun. It's exciting. We're very protective over each other.
Oh yeah.
And we're team players.
Yes.
So I'm glad you guys have that.
Yeah.
And you've been able to create a space like that. It's wonderful. I have kind of a little game we're going to play to wrap it up.
Ooh.
We'll do this with some champagne. Everybody want some champagne?
Always.
She'll bring us all
Thank
some champagne.
you.
Well, you have what?
Oh. It's okay.
Oh,
Just a
Yeah,
baby.
I'm not 21 yet.
Oh,
Just a
Yes.
baby. Thank you.
right. That's right. Graduate.
Thank you.
You're my son's age. That's right. You can't have alcohol.
Sweet baby angel.
All right. So I was going to do just a quick run through questions. Okay. You get to answer one answer.
If we don't want to
One
answer, we
word.
drink, right? No.
Yes. If you don't answer right, you have to take a shot.
I love it. Mary's kind of
Okay.
I'm ready.
Mary, we'll start with you.
Oh, shoot.
Set yourself up.
End of your day, long day in the salon, coffee or wine?
Wine.
Oh, my kind of
Easy.
girl.
Coffee. I will be up all night.
Okay, Kenzie.
'Kay.
And I actually think I might know this answer,
Okay.
to tell you the truth.
Okay.
What is your go-to bad hair day? Have you had one?
Yeah. I would say like the day before wash day.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say. You know what I was gonna say? When you go to the river and you had
That's true. Those are some bad hair days.
and you have your
Yeah,
your
just
extensions
throw it
in.
up in a bun. It's like I'm
little
not
slick
dealing
back.
with it right now.
you were talking about that when I was in the salon. Okay, one word you would use to describe your hair right now.
Perfect.
I like that word.
It should be
Oh.
perfect. It just got done
I
today.
mean, it is. But like,
Microphone.
it is, but like, yeah, I mean, light. For me, it's light.
Light.
Period.
You heard it here.
What the?
In my defense,
You have
it's
to
been
drink-
dark for a very
Wait,
long
you have to
time.
drink for that. That wasn't a good answer. You have to drink.
All right. Who is has the most iconic hair of all time?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
This is a good question.
That's hard, though.
I'm going to say Cher.
Oh,
That's a good one. Good answer.
Yeah, because that was, I think, some real hair in the early days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her hair.
Yeah. Pretty awesome hair.
Can I change my answer?
Yes.
My hair feels short. Yeah, this is a running joke. This is a running joke. So
Feels
everybody
short.
knows it.
I love
Yes.
it. Short,
I've had
light, and
enough.
short.
She has
Yeah.
no hair.
She has no hair in,
bald.
apparently.
Dana has some psychological issues that
Yeah.
we're working through
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. I'm
Dana.
hair-erexic.
Most overrated hair care product.
Olaplex.
100%. I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
Don't use
Wow.
Shots fired.
Shots
fired.
fired. You heard it here.
Yeah. Stop using
Woo,
it.
Pew pew. Beauty Outlaw.
Trash.
All right. Oh, McKenzie.
Yeah.
What product can't you live without?
Oh, hair oil.
Oh,
I love hair oil.
hair oil.
It just makes me feel like, I don't know, moisturized.
Do you,
Just makes
and
the
you,
hair
before
feel
we
great.
move on, do you have a recommendation for how people apply hair oil? Not to the roots.
Personally, I use my hands, run it through my hair.
Perfect. Do you try to keep away from the scalp? or-
Yes, just
Okay.
on the ends.
Just on the ends.
yes.
Mary. Oh, I got a different question.
I know.
Let's see. What's
Don't
your
make it too hard.
favorite decade of hair?
The 80s.
And why?
Big hair.
Big hair,
I
baby.
love big hair.
the spiral perm.
and the like
Aquanet.
side.
So
I feel like I
good.
should have been in the 80s. Like,
Same.
it's my vibe.
The best.
Yes.
If I could only show. If I find the picture, I will put it up on the podcast. Because boy, I'm all about the 80s and I'm everything of it. I mean, out to here, Aquanet on the side,
Yes.
right here,
Oh my
spiral
gosh.
perm.
I love it.
Fantastic. All right. Oh, Dana, what's the best drink you serve at the temple? Because, they're kind of a bar.
Yeah, I mean, we have everything.
We're a full bar.
You know what? The Temple Elixir is a popular one. It's a lot of our guests go with that. It's kind of wild because, like, being in this industry as long as I've been in it, like, I used to work at a salon. Like, we would go through bottles of champagne on the weekends, like bottles. Like, it was wild. And like now, like people are like way more health conscious. So it's like we'll
They
still
want
have we'll
the
still have
clear.
our champagne girlies, and like I love that. But we'll also like our Temple Elixirs, like kind of like natural and hippy dippy and like coffee-esque, but not.
Yeah.
Like,
Mushroom coffee mixed
Yes.
with ceremonial
Mushroom
grade
coffee.
Yeah.
cacao and
Yeah.
honey.
and like that's kind of like the go-to.
Jacqui,
Yes.
what is now you got to be dark and dirty.
Oh,
What's the worst set of hair that you know is an extension that you've seen on celebrities?
Oh,
So many.
I know.
Keep
I mean,
going.
I automatically just go to Britney Spears, just full
Oh.
stop, like for decades. You know,
when she
like
has it.
yeah. But I also I can't not mention. Do you remember like that weird Angelina Jolie moment? It was like
that was traumatizing.
was it at
Mhm.
Cannes? I don't know, but it was like this doesn't blend at all.
No, I do
What
remember
is-
that. Oh, if
what
we
is
gotta
this?
find that.
What is
Yeah.
this? So those are my two. I
Those are your
couldn't
two?
do just one. I have two.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anybody?
I mean, honestly, it's crazy. Like the Housewives show, and
Oh.
I don't even watch reality TV, and I know this.
We can talk about other things too.
No, I'm sure, but like
We got time.
But like I see these like the is this your hairstylist on Instagram? And it's like I'm like, who are these people? And I look them up. I'm like, oh, it's like a housewife person or whatever. And I'm like, with all the money these people have or appear to have,
Or do they?
yeah, how?
It's all a facade.
Yeah,
It
how
is.
does their hair look like this? Like how?
I know. I
The
know.
options out here are limitless, and like you have that, the wind blows, and I'm like, I can see everything in your head.
People don't know where to go though.
That's true.
And TikTok is telling everybody how to do this,
Oh yeah.
which is another undoing that we're trying to undo with all this because, man, you can't just buy. I could go on and on about that.
Oh,
girls.
girls.
We all
It's
can.
great. I love that we have social media because we all can connect like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that we owe it to our younger generation to teach them that everything they see on there is. And usually people that know what they're doing aren't teaching anything on social media because they're working.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
They're slaving
That's true.
at work dealing with clients and patients. Okay, couple more questions because I could just talk with you guys all day. Okay, if you could have one hair extension disappear, be gone, obliterated, which one do you want to see go? Which one has to take the rest in peace?
Keratin bonds.
You heard it
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an oldie, right? It
Yeah.
came back around.
Oh my
Any
gosh.
of the individuals.
back.
Yeah,
It's coming back,
bad.
and I
Yeah.
don't
Get rid of it
get
again.
it.
Please stop.
Like I
Just don't.
understand
Immediately no.
that there have been some improvements. I'll use that word loosely. Some subtle changes, but there's certain things, certain issues with that method that you just can't get away from.
They really pander after the next generation, the younger generation, the newer hairdressers.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't know any better.
Yeah, they
But-
don't.
I'm honestly shocked at how many industry veterans that I know that have like picked it, or they're taking classes in it again. I'm like, what are you don't need to do this.
No.
You don't
Yeah,
you
it's a
actually
trend.
don't need to
it's,
do
a,
this.
it's a trend that should be dead.
Kill it. Murder
Okay,
it.
We're putting that to
Yeah.
bed.
Do we want to hear some real issues with individuals
Yes.
that
Yes.
you
Spill
cannot
it.
get away from? Whether it's bonded because it's not keratin, it's plastic. You're like melting plastic onto your
Onto your
hair.
hair.
By the way, breathing those fumes. By the way, so as your hair sheds, hold my beer. Hold my beer. Okay, so here's your bond. Here's your hair. It starts out attached. It starts to shed as it grows out because our hair just sheds. These hairs next to each other on the bonds can start to tangle together. Okay, dreadlocks. That's just
What
one
I
of
had, dreadlock.
just one of the ways
Yeah.
that they can dreadlock. These things can also completely spin 360 in place and create dreadlocks. They can get caught on your brush and just rip right out.
Mhm.
You can't. There's nothing that you could do to change that
No.
about an individual bond. Get caught on your purse strap again.
Yeah.
Boink right out of your head, bald spot.
Yeah, and if you don't have a lot of hair to begin with and you're mature, you have mature hair, I think there's a big difference. You don't
Yeah.
have a lot to lose,
Right.
and risk that.
Yeah.
But I think even if it's done right, right,
Exactly.
is what you're saying
Yes.
is it's not necessarily the person doing it.
No.
It's the product
Mhm.
itself
Yes.
or the way it's put on the hair.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
application.
the
It's just
application.
inherent issues with the application. I
Yes.
stand by it.
That's a. She told us.
No, that's a good
She
one.
told us. And dry shampoo. Do you guys use it? Yes or no?
Yeah, we've used it for years. The product line that we use now is natural. Same as the color. We're all in one little bubble of this product line called Arte. And they have this like awesome little like multi-tool that's like dry shampoo / texturizer / what else?
Well, it's even like a scalp treatment.
Scalp treatment.
I actually
Is it not
use
in an
them today.
aerosol?
a
Right.
poof.
Yeah, it's a poof.
It's a poof.
So
It
not-
just poofs it instead of
Mhm.
spray. Yeah.
So it's not aerosol, which is great. It has, I believe it has witch hazel in it and some other natural ingredients that are actually good for the scalp and cleanse it. So depending on the dry shampoo that you're using, could be a green light, could be a red light.
Yeah.
So it does have the ability to clog the hair follicles if you're
Mhm.
using one that's not
Because
great.
fun fact, you're not even supposed to spray it on the scalp.
No.
And I don't think a lot of people know that. They
Yeah,
just go
they go-
straight
well,
on the
they go
scalp.
straight
And
on
it
the
literally
scalp.
says on the back, spray 6 inches away into your hair.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a very good point, Mary.
Yeah.
Spray it on your
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
On your hair, which, yeah, it can clog. That's like where scalp health comes into play, where we're like trying to like guide our clients in the correct way.
Scalp health. What are they calling them?
Like the
Scalp spas.
Yes, there's a name. Trichology.
Yeah, I think it's
Trichology.
trichology. Yeah,
Trichology.
something like that.
That's a great hand-in-hand relationship with what you guys do
Mm-hmm.
as well, and the awareness and education of we spend our money in your chair to get educated, and nobody takes the time to ask the questions.
Yeah.
products are important.
Well, I will say too, like being in this industry as long as we've been in it, like most artists don't take the time to educate their clients.
Yeah.
Because like we have guests come in, like I had a new guest last week and she came in for a cut and she was interested in extensions, and like the first 30 minutes of her appointment was just us talking about hair and just her getting an education on like all the questions that she had. And she's like just being here for this 30 minutes is worth the entire haircut, because I've learned so much in this appointment, and like you haven't even cut my hair yet. And I'm like, well, that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Your goal as a hairdresser or in any beauty industry is, I feel like when they leave there, you want them to be able to do their hair as good as you do and have it feel as good as you do. And you can't do that unless you educate them and give them the right products. Don't be afraid of selling, because you're not. You're actually adding to the arsenal of that every 6-week appointment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're
know?
prescribing what they
Yes.
need for their home care, so it makes your work look the best that it possibly can.
That's right.
And it makes it easier for the guest at home to take care of their hair.
That's right, if they know what to do. Yep. Well, I've had a blast. I could keep you guys here all day. I have a long appointment next week, though, so we're going to get lots of talking involved.
That's right.
Don't be afraid of that long appointment. It's not that long.
It's really not that long.
I do all the things, though. I get the color done and
I'd
it's a
say
thing.
average 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So many of our guests like bring their laptop to get some work done, or for you busy moms, this is your time to scroll uninterrupted.
Yeah.
Get those Amazon and Instacart orders in.
Yes.
Read a book.
This is your time.
Read
It
a
is
book.
your time. I always
Or just partake in the menu.
yes.
Sample
All of the refreshments.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much that you can do while you're there for your appointment at the temple.
It's wonderful, ladies. I just appreciate your guys' entrepreneurism and educationally based hairdressing skills. I think it's pretty cool.
Thank you, Jerry.
And I love learning a little bit more about you. And I can't wait for you all to check out the temple. So we're going to do our toast, because we always toast on the Beauty Outlaw.
Hey.
We all have our champagne already. All right. So thank you, ladies, for being on the Beauty Outlaw.
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Chin chin,
I'm
everybody.
Tap and pass it out.
McKenzie.
And
Yay.
to hair.
To hair.
Cheers
To
to
long,
good hair.
beautiful, light,
To long,
fluffy
luxurious
hair.
hair.
Amen.
See you guys on the next episode of the Beauty Outlaw.